Welcome back. We're gonna continue building a pen and paper campaign set in the Diablo universe, and today we're gonna talk about magic in the Diablo universe, how it works, and how it affects the world around it. So, if we take a look at magic in the Diablo universe, we're gonna notice one thing straight away. It's all over the place. There's arcane magic, elemental magic, demonic, blood magic, there's shadow magic, there's holy magic, there's natural magic, and there's necromancy. There's just a whole lot of magic in the Diablo universe. The problem is, the players need to have at least a broad understanding of how this works, because our players need to make informed decisions for their characters. And that means that we as game masters need to facilitate that. We need to make it possible for our players to understand the concept as sometimes illogical as magic. So, how do we do that? Well, it pays off to take a look at the planes around Sanctuary. Wait, that didn't make things clearer, right? Let's try again. There's a place called Sanctuary. And that's the place we would describe as the physical realm. That thing where the action in Diablo 1, 2, and 3 starts, which looks oddly similar to medieval Europe, right? That place. That place is called Sanctuary. So, apart from that, we have Hell below, also known as the Burning Hells, the Netherworld, and the Underworld. And we have Heaven, also known as the High Heavens above. Well, places for demons and angels to live, essentially. And, well, the two bases in this never-ending fight between Heaven and Hell. But apart from that, we also have the Ether, which is a realm of which is permeated by some sort of arcane eldritch energy. And we have the Unformed Land, where, according to some tribes, the spirit of the unborn and the spirit of the dead reside, and which witch doctors may travel to find answers to, well, questions they don't know the answer to, obviously. And that may be the same place as the Plane of Death, which is the place the necromancer draws the souls and everything he needs for his dark arts from. And there you notice something. This plane is essentially linked with forms of magic. The Unformed Land for the Witch Doctor in Diablo 3, and the Plane of the Dead is the source of power for the Necromancer. And so it is with most of these realms. They form the basis for some forms of magic. If you look at Sanctuary, the only form of magic that is really anchored in Sanctuary is the natural magic of the Druid from Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction, which is powered by the natural things around the Druid. Then we have holy magic, which is usable by the Paladin and the Crusader, which is essentially a gift from heaven, from the angels, to those mortals. We have the Ether, which is the source of the elemental magic the sorceress uses, and the arcane magic the wizard uses. We have the Unformed Land, which is the basis, the plane that is powering the necromancy of the necromancer, and as I mentioned before, where the witch doctor draws its power from. And we've got Hell, which demonic magic draws its power from, and we can be thankful, I think, that we haven't yet had a playable class that draws its power from Hell. Well, might be fun. Anyways, so what have we learned? Well, the magic is that complicated because magic is essentially a way to draw power from something, and since there are multiple planes where it can draw power from, well, there are different forms of magic. Okay, so far so good. There's something still left unexplained by that, because in lore there's not really an explanation for things like lycanthropy, the werewolf and werewolf forms of the Druid
Is that just a magical sickness? Is it some form of magic? We don't really know. It's sometimes described as flesh magic by lycanthropy. References the curse and the sickness of lycanthropy. We don't know. Shadow magic of the assassin in Diablo 2, which is not really explained where its powers is drawn from. It might be psychic, but whatever that means. And blood magic, as well as the elemental martial skills used by the Amazon, for example, who can shoot ice arrows and, well, don't know where she takes them from.
Well, that's strange, because on the one hand, you could argue it doesn't affect the world around it. Because day-to-day life for people still seems to be pretty much what you would expect from a medieval setting. People still are born, people work, people die. It's not like there's magical machinery or something. People still have to till the fields. People still have a blacksmith still has to hammer iron out to form useful things. It's not like there's magical smithing machinery like a steam, not a steam engine, but a magical version of it that makes things easier for people. So it really doesn't change that much. On the other hand, you might argue it changes quite a lot, because magic is all kind of powerful. A group like the Horadrim, and the Horadrim are mortals. Essentially, they are mortals tasked with, seek and destroy all demonkind. That kind of thing. And magic not only enables them to craft scary and dangerously powerful magical artifacts, it also enables them to act more or less on an equal footing with demons. They're part of the law, where the Horadrim sought out the demons and wanted to kill them all. And they came across the demons in a town, and the Horadrim attacked the demons. And essentially, the Horadrim beat the demons, but they also destroyed the town and everyone in it. Well, tough luck. And from that point on, the Horadrim decided that when the demons were in a populated area, they would leave for the demon to exit the populated area before attacking them. That's pretty nice of them, right? It also means that their fight against the demons can't have been that desperate. Because if they can manage to, respect certain rules of engagement and limited civilian casualties, as you would call it in modern warfare, that means it's not that desperate a fight, right? They seem to have tremendous power when compared to immortal demons. Yeah, so why is that? Why is magic extremely powerful, but there's next to no one using it? Yeah. That's a bit of a problem. There are some clues in the lore. There are passages like this one. 10 Horadrim channeled powers arcane and mystic. 10 felt their sanity slipping away, and 9 averted their eyes as the cube came alive. From the Dark Exile scrolls. And, there seems to be danger inherent in the opening a pathway to another realm and channeling energy through it to do your bidding. It seems to be dangerous, and it might pose a toll not only on your physical well-being, as in, I might set myself on fire, or as for the well-being of people around you, but also there might be a risk for your sanity and your immortal soul. So that's something to keep in mind. We do not get a coherent setting, a coherent system of magic with Diablo. Should be clear by now. So we're gonna have to do some work by ourselves. That's the part where we end this video, because we've taken a look at the lore. We had some impressions from what the creators of the universe had in mind when they were creating this. But it's not a coherent picture. It's not a system of magic that we can just model and build a pen paper system around it. It's more like ideas which we can work with. But that's great because, well, you might have noticed we are building our own pen paper system here. If we just wanted to consume something someone else has created, well, where's the fun in that? And over the next few videos, we'll take a look at the system and see what pen paper systems like Savage Worlds has to offer us. And then we take a look at what we can make work. So, if you're interested in that, I'd like to see you then. If you have some idea where we might go from here, if you have your own view on the magic system, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, it would be really nice to hear from you. Because at the moment I've got some subscribers, people liking my videos, people watching my videos, but there's still not that much of a discussion going because the comment section is largely empty. So, join the discussion. I just don't want to throw ideas out in the ether all the time. If you have an idea, share it with the rest of us. Until then, if you like the channel, if you like the video, hit like. If you want to stay up to date on what we're doing next, hit subscribe. If you know someone who might be interested in what we're doing here, tell them and share the information here. So, I'd really like to see you next time. And until then, create something scary or wonderful or whatever you like, because that's what we're here for. See you, folks.